It's your boy, DJ Akademiks. Now, good old Forbes, they listed their top 20 earners or hip-hop earners in the last 12 months. They call them like the hip-hop cash kings. Now, we're going to get into the list because whether or not fans choose to admit it, as fans of an artist, if you care about that artist's personal life, some point or another, you probably speculated how much money these guys are making. To keep it real, a lot of fans argue with other fans based on somebody else's bank account. Listen, don't ask me why. That's what it is. Now, we're going to get into how much these guys made in the last 12 months. Not how much they have total, just how much they made in the last 12 months. Now, Forbes, they actually came up with the figures, and by the way, they're a business magazine. They try to make these predictions or calculations, but they aren't perfect, you know what I mean? So a lot of times they're kind of in the ballpark, but they're not like spot on, or sometimes they actually just miss completely. Like, for example, last year, they claimed 50 Cent made $8 million, and that his net worth was over 9 figures, actually $140 million. And with his recent bankruptcy filing, unless he's a magician hiding money, he told the court he only made around like $4 million last year, and he claimed his net worth is nowhere near over $100 million. Okay, he could be lying, but he had to provide documents and proof for the judge and the court are all in his goddamn account. So just take it with a grain of salt. And by the way, Forbes, they're not accountants, so they don't know every goddamn money these guys get. And to be honest, if you're really rich, yes, there's going to be stuff about big deals you get reported, but you like to keep getting money low-key, right? So we're going to start off. Now, number 20, by the way, this is top 20. The number 20 is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Now, they made $5.5 million. That's a lot of residual money, by the way. It's a lot of residual money from music sales, and they do a lot of touring, but they were in the top 10 the year before, and I'm wondering, 5.5 million, are they splitting that half and half, right? Come on now. I mean, it's still good money anyway. Number 19, Clifford Harris, a.k.a. T.I., $6 million. Now, he only sold 80,000 records first week with paperwork, but because he got a bunch of revenue streams, and that's important, revenue streams, right? He's not only making money from records, he got a TV show, he got a clothing line. I mean, he's pimping Iggy Azalea, so that's the reason why he makes the list at $6 million. Now, number 18 is Ludacris, $8 million. Now, this one's a little bit iffy because the majority of the money that he made actually came from motion pictures or the movies, according to Forbes, and he did release an album. It sold like 62,000 records first week. He doesn't really tour that much. But listen, the moral of the story is this, okay? When you get a chance to go Hollywood, go. Okay, because he made $8 million. Now, 17 is Tech 9. He did $8.5 million. And now a lot of people are probably like, what? Now, he's one of the hardest working guys in the game. He got a hectic tour schedule. Supposedly, he did 132 shows in a year, and he owns all of his merchandise and all of his music, all of his touring. Listen, he's getting paper out here, and he's getting it the independent route, or the route where he gets the most amount of cash. Now, 16, I'm talking about Ricky Rose, $9 million. Okay, Wingstop is doing good, right? It's netting him some good cash, and also without touring, because he doesn't tour as much, or he didn't tour as much in the last 12 months, he still managed to make over $10 million, right? Remember MMG, that's his, so Wale, Meek Mill, he's doing good with that, right? They're doing actually good themselves, right? He still managed to make almost $10 million because he got wise investments. Wingstop is getting him a lot of cash, okay? And also his back catalog. And also, by the way, he dropped 2 albums in 2014. Now, number 15, we got Snoop Doggy Dogg. He came in at $10 million, and you're probably saying, how? Apparently, touring and brand endorsement is getting Snoop a lot of cash. And the thing is, man, the power of building a brand over the years, and he's built it over like 20 years, right? The power of building a brand is that, listen, no matter what, you don't have to constantly fight the fight to stay relevant. You just have to be you, because you are that brand that becomes bigger than anything else, right? Now, number 14 is J. Cole with $11 million. And now a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, because they're going to be like, yo, J. Cole, why is he not like top 10? He put out an album. He's one of the hottest rappers, right? Forest Hills Drive, that dropped, right? It did 354,000 copies first week. He's been mostly about the music, though. That's the reason why he's not top 10. He's probably avoided many other options that would be endorsements because, fans like these artists, and some of them like a J. Cole. People like him because they won't, quote-unquote, sell out, right? People consider endorsements selling now. So who knows, right? He could have easily done over $20 million. Now, number 13, Kendrick Lamar. He did $12 million. Okay, so it's just about the same as J. Cole. Now, he dropped an album, right? He did $324,000 first week, but no endorsements. That's his problem. Now, he's actually about the music. And I won't say no endorsements, but nothing big, nothing major. Now, his fans love the fact that he, quote unquote, won't sell out, but I bet his goddamn accountant is probably saying, damn, Kendrick, you're hot right now, nigga, co-sign Eve. Listen, endorse even a goddamn do-rag. Money is money. But at least what he says all money is not good money, so maybe he's abstaining from that for now. We saw the same thing with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne didn't want to endorse nothing at first. Now Lil Wayne is talking about truck fit, okay? And he's actually endorsing other things as well. Anyway, number 12 is actually Lil Wayne. $15 million, no album, just grinding and back catalog, right? Truck fit isn't doing as successful as he'd like, but still, $15 million, and you could tell Birdman can't be robbing him that damn much if he's still getting $15 million, right? Number 11, now Pitbull. Forbes gotta be bugging because this ain't hip-hop, but Mr. 305, he made $17 million, all that pop money and a lot of endorsements. Pitbull been getting money for a long goddamn time. The good thing about him is that he's not in like the hip-hop sphere, so people don't really count his money. People just say, oh, it's Pitbull, you know what I mean? But he's winning, and he's winning on the pop level. Now, number 10, Birdman Sandusky. And we start the top 10 with Birdman, a guy who doesn't really rap. He probably spent 4 verses all year, 18 million. Now, it shows when you the slave master, right? You don't got to worry about rhymes. You worry about checks. He made money off Nicki, Drake, and probably everybody else on YMCMB you'll never hear about again. So congratulations to him. He's doing his thing. And by the way, think about it. You could tell why Wayne want to catch a fade with him. Wayne is out here spitting, grinding like a motherfucker. He got 15 million in the last 12 months. And Birdman got 18. Of course, you want to catch a fade with that guy. Number 9 is another YMCMB member, Nicki Minaj. 21 million Pink Print tour, an album she dropped, and also she's promoting liquor nowadays. Listen, she's been doing really good, and she actually got in the top 10 this year around. Now, number 8 is a little bit surprising to me, but it shouldn't be too surprising to anybody if you think about it, because Wiz Khalifa came in with $21.5 million. And you're probably saying, how? Now, the song See You Again, that's his song, right? One of the best selling songs of the year. Also, he's selling hella merch. He's doing a lot of touring, and he's one of those quote-unquote multi-genre cross-platform artists. It pays off, okay? He doesn't only have to do a summer jam. He's performing at festivals all over. People just love him. He's the cool guy. And I'm telling you, with $21.5 million, I hope Amber Rose ain't getting none of that goddamn paycheck in the form of child support. Now, number 7, Kanye West, $22 million. Adidas deal, a lot of back catalog that people still are buying. He did a tour that ended last year, right? He's a top influencer in hip-hop who's getting a lot of money for his presence and actually his endorsement. So he's actually getting a lot of money, and he actually made $22 million. Now, number 6 is somebody you were saying, like, is he still getting money? Now, Eminem came in at number 6, $31 million, simply insane. The fact that he did a tour last year with Rihanna, the Monster Tour, whatever it's called, listen, it gave him a lot of money. Listen, this is just something for you guys to understand how much people love Eminem, right? Jay-Z and Beyonce did a couple of dates, and the money they made together was not as much as the money as Eminem and Rihanna. So you could tell Eminem could get money in hip-hop whenever he wants to, and that's the reason why he got $31 million. Now, we're at the top 5, and these are the people who are really getting cash. I mean, everybody's getting cash, but these guys made the top 5. Number 5 is Pharrell, $32 million, right? Songs like Happy, Blurred Lines, being a judge on The Voice, and even merchandising, low-key, he stay winning, man. He stay winning. He's all over the place. He could be working with Future. He could be working with Robin Thicke. He could be working in the pop lane. He could be working any goddamn where, and that's the reason why he's winning. Listen, low-key, he stay winning, okay? And he don't even age. Shit. Now, number 4, Dr. Dre, $33 million. Now, it's not the same as he did the year before when he almost made $1 billion that particular year with the sale of Dre Beats to Apple, but he still gets $33 million straight out of Compton, right? He also dropped an album. And by the way, he's still getting a lot of checks with Apple, not because they sold like half of the company or whatever, the majority of the company to Apple. Doesn't mean he's not getting checks over there still. Him and Jimmy Iovine, they're getting a lot of money. Right? Now, number 3, we see a rapper that's actually rapping, at least one that is active, Drake. $39.5 million. Now, dropping the only album that went platinum this year is going to get you some money, right? Touring a lot. He's been doing a lot of shows, a lot of festivals, and he's been doing a lot of appearances. And he has endorsements with Sprite and Nike. And he's the guy that a lot of people would say, listen, man, Kendrick and J. Cole, they ain't sell out, blah, 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 blah. But they made $11 million, 11 and 12. And they were talking about Drake, and he almost made 40, right? Who would you rather be? Do you rather be the guy that made 11 or 12? Or the guy that made 40. Now, to me and you, we just want to get some millions. But if you think about it in the terms of what would you want to be more, you could see why Drake is all over the goddamn place. Now, number 2, that's Jay-Z, Jigga. He actually made $56 million, right? Rock Nation, they signed a whole bunch of people, and they do a whole bunch of shit. Champagne, back catalog, and even if he didn't make any money off Tidal, yet he's still in the conversations yearly for highest earners of that year. Okay, he's 45, and to keep it real, he might drop a couple more albums before he hits 50. Okay, now number 1 is the undisputed king. He's been holding this down for a minute, and really when he hasn't held it down, he's came right back and locked it back down again, right? Diddy. He comes in with $60 million, Revolt, Sean John. He's selling water, something called like Aqua Hydrate, Ciroc. Listen, just don't worry if he write rhymes, man. He write checks because he got a lot of money and he keeps making money. And he'll probably top this list for some time to come. Now, that's the list. Now, you're probably wondering, why isn't so-and-so on it? I could tell you off the top of my head because I could hear somebody's going to jump in. Where Meek Mill at? I know he was a broke boy. Listen, Meek Mill was actually incarcerated for the majority of last year until December 2014. So he's only been free like about 9 months, right? So apparently he's in the like $3 to $4 million range, and that's what it is. Also, Big Sean, he's in the $3 to $4 million range as well. Other than him dropping his album, he's kind of been just kind of off the scene. I don't know what he's been doing, to keep it real. Okay, Wale didn't make it either, but that's what it is. It goes with who has big years or who does good business within that year. What are you guys thinking, man? Any surprises to you? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. And by the way, thank Forbes for the list. And I will say again, it doesn't mean that something on the list or everything on the list is 100% accurate, but it gives you kind of the ballpark that we're working with when we're talking about these rappers and who is really getting a lot of money. It's your boy, DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. I'm out.